Right now, they need to send the ramen guy to fight Isshiki. That man, the siege of the 7 bowls. Yo, welcome everyone, Sanjuchi here, welcome back to the channel. So, safe to say, yeah, obviously just a roll out a bit for the most part. But yeah, safe to say, I jumped the gun last week with episode 213 of Boruto because I was expecting to get the whole, full course meal when it came on to the fight between Kashin Koji and Jigen. But this week, we should be getting the starting the full course meal, so if you know what I mean. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Of course, if you're new here, be sure to leave a like if you do end up enjoying my reaction and review of this episode. Naturally, you could also subscribe too if you're up for it, because it's both are free, and if it's free, take two. That might be coming like a recurring recurring gag or recurring joke here. But yo, hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. I'm looking forward to seeing how they handle this episode because last week it wasn't anything special art and animation wise, so getting into the meat of the matter is we deserve something for this special fight from the manga, which is a fight that, as I said last week, most persons feel is the best fight when you take into consideration just the Boruto manga. So let's just get into it. Alright, predestined fates. I am hoping we don't have any problems with recordings this week, because I can't bother is stress, honestly. Yo, Isshiki this episode. Yo, we ready? I don't think we got the name Mount Kain in the manga. First we're getting this, I think. Watch out. Cook, where you going to, dog? Really? Yeah, Amado at this point probably just tired of the assumptions. Man, the man is just trying to finish his explanation, Yo, Naruto looks so serious, dog. Yo, honestly, Isshiki better have the voice, because the voice is crucial now. Because Jigen had that distinct voice, we know. Easy na Boruto, just relax, dog. Yo. Yeah, I'm just loving how they're doing all the facial expressions. It's kind of like as I was saying last week rather. Like, going from the manga to the anime for these episodes is really doing the content justice. Yeah, the boss is here. The Isshiki wine. Ready feats. Jana on the live stream done, brother. Say something about when you hear the voice. I mean, I know how I feel about the voice, see it. Yes. Yo! Clone of JIraiya. Yo, trust me that this is a big reveal in the manga. Although for Isshiki, his voice does seem like it has still that bit of hint of Jigen in it. I think I'm warming up to Ishiki's voice. I mean, it has that intimidating factor. Alright, siege mode. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if you see one is real, you're not gonna make any, raga assumptions and say, yo, next one the real. So Amado just really like a few steps ahead. It's just a logical thing, anybody would think. So, yeah. Amado just know if he plan him thing. Standard. Yo, it's like Amado never watched the last episode 2 of JIraiya 4. It's like we never really see. It's like we never see the beat though when Naruto and Sasuke get. But I understand why you would say, okay, only Naruto and Sasuke have standard chance, but let's be real, dog. This man is much more powerful than when they fought him as Jigen. So it's like, really, dog? Really? Come on, Boruto. Aren't you following? Jeez. Right now, they need to send the ramen guy to fight Isshiki. That man, the siege of the 7 bowls. I don't know why his siege mode looks like this. Yeah. Yo, Fire Fist Koji. Not easy though. Yo. Okay, that's not. Oh, come here, say the fire not up on screen. Dai Kokuten. Yo. And that's it. Alright, so that was episode 214 of the Boruto anime, and of course I feel much more satisfied compared to last week, considering we got into the full course meal of this actual fight. But let's break it down step by step. So we have Isshiki Otsutsuki finally making his appearance in the Boruto anime, and of course his voice choice was it's still warming up to me, but I think I'm satisfied so far in terms of, what I expected from the voice of Isshiki, so there's that. But anyway, this episode in itself is a major reveal that it really and truly depends on if Boruto anime onlys actually watch Naruto back in the day. Else this reveal isn't going to have the effect that at the time Kodachi would have intended. So I guess it's in some cases a double-edged sword, depending on if the anime onlys are strictly only Boruto watchers, which would be pretty odd if I do say so myself. It would be fun to find somebody who actually just watches Boruto and hasn't watched Naruto. That would be very odd, but it would be fun to actually talk with a person who's in that position, if I do say so myself. But geez, like, for anime onlys, I can just imagine those who've actually watched Naruto, this is a very interesting reveal, one that I feel persons have already, they were suspecting, etc, etc, and this I think this might have shocked a lot of anime onlys. So in terms of pushing the story along and getting major reveals, and overall has added to how I would rate the episode. And mixing in a lot of the positives in terms of, like, lore regarding the karma seal and things that the audience wants to know from last week with Amado this week, and balancing it out with actually pushing the fight between Kashin Koji and Isshiki along. I think this episode feels much more balanced than last week if you were coming into it more so wanting getting more of the fight, because they had a lot of exposition last week. So that's the key thing with this episode. But I feel like I'm all over the place, so let's start. So at the beginning of the episode, right, we have where we could continue where we left off last week with Kashin Koji summoning the flames of Mount Kaien, as they put it in this episode, to actually put Jigen or Isshiki in Jigen's body down. And of course we make use of the fact that Jigen fought Naruto and Sasuke relatively recently and he hadn't fully recovered, hence he's basically at his limit. So of course on Amado and Kashin Koji's part, obviously a strategic move to actually get their plan into motion and to succeed at their plan as well. So that was a key thing coming out of that section there. Pretty straightforward. And I'm not gonna lie, it is again funny to see how it's because Amado's kind of talking so slow and pausing. It's funny to see the assumptions that Sasuke and everybody else is making of Amado and just the frustration. It's just funny more so than seeing it in the manga, because we have the facial reactions instead of just on the panel and everything. And even cases like when you see Boruto and he's reacting and asking like some obvious questions, even though they're obvious questions, and I complained about it at one point in the video, because again they always put Boruto as a genius, and you know the conversation is going pretty straightforward for anybody to really, you know, deduce and everything. But you know, with the added benefit of this being animated and being able to see the facial reactions and everything when it comes on to the characters, it's like it makes it easier to digest them asking obvious questions, because you can see the emotional distress and like the frustration on their face. So it's like it's easier to assume that you're not thinking clearly, is what I'm saying. It's an added benefit of getting this part of the story animated, so you can actually see those emotions and facial reactions on the screen and everything. So that's one thing that I actually liked about this episode. Again, similar to last week, it's just making those changes to make the problems that I had at this point in the story more easily digestible, or at least it's outright eliminated them. So that was the good part about it. And of course, as I said, we got more information on karma and how things work and everything. So you know, the audience now has a clear understanding of the stakes and, you know, what the characters are fighting for, what's the mission, what's the objective. So the audience can now easily follow along and just, you know, focus on the incoming fight between Isshiki and Naruto and Sasuke, so basically round 2. So but at the same time build some kind of suspense for the audience, I suppose, because we all saw how Isshiki decimated Naruto and Sasuke before. So in the minds of the audience, it's going to create that curiosity in terms of how this next fight, this round 2, is actually going to go, because it's not like Naruto and Sasuke have done anything. It's not like we lost against some androids and we went into the hyperbolic time chamber to train. So you know what I mean? So it kind of creates a lot of benefits and things to look forward to for the audience on, you know, various levels, is what I'm saying. So there is that. No, Kawaki has lost the karma, and Isshiki is ready to finish his fight with Kashin Koji and come to Konoha. And this fight, again, I feel like I'm still not 100% satisfied with how things are visually between Kashin Koji and Isshiki in terms of the fights, because I'm not saying the animation and the art is bad, it's good, but I don't know, I was kind of expecting a bit more, because the fight at this point is basically over. So I feel like I'm kind of overhyped myself on this one. But you know, there were some cases, like especially like with how the fire look and stuff, there's some certain shots that look pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna put it down completely, but as I said, I feel like, personally speaking, I was expecting a bit more, you know. And Akil, or Anthony Henry, returning, you know, he's a subscriber here. If you're watching from, it's kind of, as you said, because this fight is kind of close to the next big fight, they seemingly made a decision not to really go all out or add anything to, you know, ridiculous from, you know, add on to the manga, because we didn't really get any additional fight scenes or anything. This is more or less one-to-one from the manga. But I don't know, I feel like it's kind of crazy, because on the flip side, when it comes on to the manga, I feel like I enjoyed reading this fight more than watching it. It's crazy, I know, but it's just the truth. It's just the honest truth when it comes on to this. So Janu, it is what it is, for me at least. For me. But of course, once Isshiki revives in Jigen's body, of course the difference in power is clear to see. His Sukuna Hikuna ability gets drastically improved. He obviously points out his body is brimming with power, but of course his body can't really handle the power, so he's only has a few days left to live. And of course, that you can expect that to become, without giving spoilers, you can expect that to become a big plot point going forward. So that's going to be, I'm just looking forward to see how anime fans are going to react to things after this. It's going to be react. But of course, again, we return to the fact that Kashin Koji is a clone of Jiraiya, and of course we had that dialogue from Isshiki about you know genes holding a mighty feat and what Amado was trying to go for with Kashin Koji. So no, I know some persons might find it iffy for Boruto to actually bring back Jiraiya, probably see it as either clickbait or it's an easy cash grab, or you know, ruining the legacy or the character of Jiraiya, which I don't really see it as the case. You know, in the days when Boruto wasn't as popular as it is now, if I do say so myself, it would have been easier. I mean, at the time it was revealed in the manga, even though I thought the manga was going pretty hot from like you know, from like in the 30s till this point. I thought the manga was going pretty decent, but I could see persons who were against Boruto at that point seeing this as an easy way to ruin Jiraiya's legacy. But it feels like, I don't think that's the case, honestly. I really don't think that's the case. At the end of the day, Kashin Koji is his own character, and he's going to have his own character arc. I assume if they ever bring him back in the manga, for him to actually become his own character, despite who he, you know, he's a clone of. So there's that. But again, as I said, it is a big reveal. A reveal again that depends on if viewers have actually seen Naruto, which, I mean, who hasn't at this point? Who's watching up to this point in the series? So it is what it is, honestly. What else can I say? Jiraiya, well, not Jiraiya, Ishiki's design, I don't have a problem with it visually. All in all, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Definitely on par with, if not better than last week. So I can't complain. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did it meet your expectations? The fight between Kashin Koji and Isshiki is essentially already over. As a manga reader, are you disappointed that they didn't really add anything extra to it, or you know, or what? Let me know. Just any little changes from the manga to the anime. Let me know if you know, enjoyed it. I think one thing that comes to mind is the fact that Katasuke told Sumire to go prepare something. I don't think that was in the manga. So yeah. But anyway, JIraiya, let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like, it definitely helps me out. And of course, if you enjoy Boruto content, definitely leave with, oh no, subscribe before you leave. So yeah. But anyway, hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next Boruto video.